Hey everyone, it is Jay Soloff from Investors Alley, and this is our options trade of the week. So we are here looking at Market Chameleon and sorting the unusual option volume by volume of options contracts. That's something I like to do to see what some of the bigger names are doing. And by the way, this is just a trade for educational purposes that I'm about to show. This isn't a recommendation from one of my services. That being said, here you could see Facebook doing a lot of heavy lifting today in terms of option volume with 750,000 trading. That's about 2.5 times the regular amount. Some news on Facebook was negative that Apple cutting down on targeted ads may hurt their revenue. So going down the list, something that was most likely directly impacted by that was Snapchat, another social media platform, which was actually up quite a bit today, possibly on news of Facebook losing some potential marketing share due to the Apple situation. So maybe investors thinking that some of that money will go to Snapchat instead. So we're looking at Snap here again, about 2 times the volume, almost 400,000. 55% calls to 45% puts. So based on the differentiation between calls and puts, nothing really to be, no real obvious direction there. Again, the stock was up 3.3%. You expect a little more calls on a day like that, but this doesn't really tell you that much. However, if we do delve into it a little bit more, and again, sort by quantity, you can see there was a huge call trade in Snapchat, January 2022, of the 70 calls with the stock over 78. So this is when you buy an in-the-money call like this, it's almost like buying a stock. It's essentially a leverage position on the stock, right? Because the option's going to move quite a bit like the stock itself since it's so far in the money. That's a lot of money to spend, $28 million. So I think this is just a very bullish sort of possibly a very bullish way to just play the stock going higher. You can tell it's an opening trade because there was about 10,000 open interest, and this was a 20,000 lot trade. It looks like a buy because it's much closer to the ask price. So $14, you need this thing to go to 84 to break even. But again, in a situation like this, the price is going to move very much like the stock itself. So this is probably a leverage play on the stock. It could be something else going on, but that's the most obvious situation there. And you can see here, big jump today. Here's a conference, but this move probably due to what's going on with Facebook more than anything else, and maybe the potential for more marketing revenue coming to Snapchat is going to cause this thing to go higher, and someone's taking a bet on that. So looking real quick at the options chain, see going all the way out to January, you can see that that 70 call here traded a bunch of times there. If you wanted to spend less money but potentially have lower probability for success, you could do an out of the money option in January. They're still pretty expensive, as you can see here, but obviously $14 is a lot to spend. $14 times 20,000 is 28 million. So a lot of money to spend on that. Probably a pretty bullish bet. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on Snapchat moving forward. Now, if you're interested in learning about doing calls and puts and making those sort of trades, I have a service, Option Floor Trader Pro. Should be a link on this page to check out. Other than that, I will be back with another trade of the week next week.